Welcome to my channel Den of the Bikes. I made this video about this Honda NX500. Why I choose that bike? I choose it because I want something around 500cc, some budget bike and some very versatile bike. There are also some Chinese competitors like Benelli, QG Motor, but they are a little bit heavier and they have, I think, 21-inch front wheel, and I want this one because it has only 19-inch front wheel and it's very versatile. It has 18-liter tank. I have more than 5,500 kilometers on this bike. There are also some other competitors, I would say, from Honda, like Transalp NC 750, but Transalp had 21-inch front wheel, and then when I wanted a bike with 21 front-inch wheel, I would definitely buy KTM 250 SX motocross bike. I definitely don't need adventure bike with 21-inch front wheel because I spent 95% of my riding on the tarmac. The handling is other thing that why I chose this bike, and because it's perfect in my opinion. The bike is quite light. The bike is so light, especially the front side, and with the 19-inch front wheel, it's working perfect. Even the brakes, the stopping power, now you can accelerate, and it's quite fun, I would say. Yeah. Of course, the bike doesn't have quick shifter or anything like that, so you have to work with the clutch. But I mean, it's part of the fun. And the bike is so light, even though it's not naked or the Super Sport is basically adventure bike. And the cornering, yeah, that's the main point why I choose this bike instead of other heavier competitors, because it wouldn't be so much fun. The bike itself weighed 198 kilos. With this engine guard it weighs a little bit more, so over 200 kilos, but it's still really light. And also why I choose it, because it has connectivity and turn-by-turn navigation. The TFT dashboard's working, I would say, quite properly. When you want to connect your phone, of course you have to download your Honda RoadSync app and all the stuff, but then it's working properly with Google Maps. The suspension is quite soft, but you can adjust the rear shock. You can basically adjust it. There are 5 stages for the rear shock. Make it a little bit more stiff, but still it's comfortable enough. And unfortunately the front Showa forks are not adjustable. It's not pure off-road bike, not pure adventure bike. I would say it's something between tourer and adventure bike. It would be close to Honda NC 750X, because it doesn't have DCT. For this bike it wouldn't make sense anyway, because it would be heavier and the price would be so much higher. Full LED lights. I have the heated grips, which is additional equipment on this bike. You can switch them on just by pressing the button left side of the handlebars. The seat is as well comfortable enough for me. It's a little bit low, it's 830 millimeters. I would prefer to have a little bit higher seat. On the other adventure bikes it's a little bit higher. I think on the Transalp it's higher, of course on the Africa, but these are different categories of the bike. I would say this bike is something like Baby Africa. and it's like 3 times cheaper. I rode it a lot with the pillion, with the top box, with the luggage, and the power was quite enough for me. They innovated the engine for the 2024, so it's smoother, and also they put the 2 front disc brakes in the front. I think the previous generation didn't have it, and also the previous generation of NC750 didn't have it. And the tank on this bike is even bigger than on Transalp, and the consumption is so low, it's around 3.4, 3.5 liters. So you have the range most 450, 470 kilometers. There are some things that met my expectations. Of course, there are some things that didn't, like the engine guard itself. It should be, in my opinion, it should be as the standard original Honda engine guard. Should be as a standard, and the radiator guard, because it's still adventure bike. It's only 500cc bike, but it's still adventure bike, so in my opinion it should be a standard. But one thing that it's quite annoying on this bike, it's this horn button, because when you want to switch the indicators when you are turning left or right, I hope that it's visible on the video, you just press the horn instead of it, and it's really annoying, to be honest. There is also another thing that is quite annoying on this bike. The engine is superb, in my opinion, when I keep in mind that it's only 500cc parallel twin engine, but the vibration are quite annoying in the foot pegs. Maybe when I would change the foot pegs it would be better, but when I'm around 4,000 or 5,000 RPM, or maybe 3,000 to 5,000 RPM, the vibration in the foot pegs are really fast, like those fast vibration that you don't want to have on your bike. They are like close corners, one after the other. The bike is perfect for it. No problem to go the highway speed with the pillion. I needed a versatile model, so that's the reason why I choose the adventure version NX, not the naked version or the sports version. I'm sure that they will be lighter, the cornering will be even more fun, but they have 17-inch front wheel and the suspension maybe would be a little bit more stiff. But when you are riding on the roads like this one, it's surely better to have the taller suspension and taller bike, and you can put more weight on it, so for the longer trips when you are traveling with the pillion. But for the roads like this, the suspension and the, let's say, the taller geometry of the bike is perfect. For the road like this is the perfect combination of the bike. When you don't want to travel on the highways all the time, when you like tight corners, this bike is perfect. And the sound, that's another thing. It's only 500cc bike, but the sound is great in my opinion. I have stock Honda exhaust pipe, and I wouldn't change it because the sound is great. Hey, it met my expectation. I'm fully satisfied with this bike. 47 horsepower for most roads, for let's say rocky riders or riders that want to learn how to ride for the longer rides with the passenger. I think there is not much else to choose on the market right now. Handling, ordering, that's what this bike is about. It's really versatile. I use it for commuting to work, I use it for short trips, long trips, going shopping when you are in the traffic, this bike is perfect. Now we are getting to the answer for the question if I buy it again. Yes, definitely. For the riders that they want to learn, they are rookies. They have only A2 license because this bike is also A2 compliant. The engine has 35 kilowatts of power. The engine itself, it's parallel twin 500cc engine. So yes, I would buy it again for the first 1 or 2 seasons to learn how to ride a bike, how to ride with a passenger, because it's better for longer rides than another Honda 500cc bikes like Naked and the sports version, because you can put more weight on it. I think you can put almost 200 kilos on it. And I don't think that this bike would be the perfect choice for the heavier riders. If you weigh 90 or more kilos, you should probably buy the 750 Honda or the bigger capacity bike. I meant to do this video just like a shorter test. I will do some more tests in the future, some more videos on the bikes, on these bikes. So let me know if you want to make me some video on this bike, for example, some accessories of it or some functions, some more tests on this bike, some more reviews. Hope you enjoyed this test and see you on the road, guys. Thank you.